Okay, sync. Alright. How have you guys been doing on the great ammo shortage of 2013? It's been pretty rough. Even if you have ammo, even if you're all set up with reloading components and everything, you still don't feel like shooting because you just don't know when it's going to end and you don't want to run short. Um, my son and I shoot in that action pistol league, so we have to be real careful not to get too carried away with our uh, practice. I've been doing a lot of dry fire, which is actually a good thing. Being forced into dry firing more improves your shooting anyway. I honestly think that if you shoot about a ratio of 10 to 1 dry fire to live fire, all that dry fire really lets you get a feel for what's happening when the trigger breaks, and it just seems to always really improve my shooting. And the other thing is, what I've been doing is I wanted to get into 357 SIG this year for our action pistol. I can't get the dies, though. I want to get the Dillon carbide dies. I've had them on order for like a month and a half. I've already got the Glock barrel for my model, my Glock Model 22. That's just a drop-in conversion. And, I got 3 boxes of 357 SIG from Walmart right before things started really getting tight there. And since then, I've been getting up early before work and hitting the Walmarts, doing the circuit early in the morning. That's actually kind of exciting. It's almost like a form of hunting. You always have a lot of excitement when you're walking in thinking, oh, today's going to be the day. And then, I don't know, you get there and all the, you see the hunting ammo, you see the 270 and the 30-06 and all that, and the oddball 32 automatic or something like that, but you don't see the 9mm 22 rimfire or 357 SIG like you'd really like to see. The 3-box limit doesn't bother me. That 357 is expensive stuff, but I need to build up a supply of brass, and that would be a good way to do it. It's hard to find anything, even online. Bullets, brass. Now primers have dried up. I'm stocked up well on primers, but like I said, you just don't feel like shooting everything up. This winter, I haven't been doing a lot with video because I've been spending a lot of time right here in this chair, sizing and lubing a lot of the bullets that I cast last summer and then loading them up right away. So I'm looking pretty good on 45 ACP. I've got bullets on back order. This is a good time to get those back orders in. So maybe a year from now, you'll have something. Some of the stuff takes that long to back order even during good times. So it's always smart to have something cooking that way. But one thing I noticed is that there's a lot of black powder components available. The 451 round balls, those aren't hard to find when I go to a sporting goods store. So I decided to pick up a used Uberti 1858 Remington New Army revolver. I used to have a 1860 Colt that I unfortunately traded in the early 90s right after the Clinton crime bill banned. I figured it'd be a good time to pick up an Uzi, and it was. So I had to trade a couple of guns to get it, and unfortunately the 1860 Colt went, and I still had the reloading, the accessories for black powder, and I kind of missed it. I didn't really get into it a lot back then. I just kind of goofed around, but now taking this thing out, I don't know, I guess I'm more of a shooter now than I was back then, because the whole experience of the black powder is, I don't know, it's kind of a really earthy, it's something that if you're really a shooter, you really love it, because it's kind of like reloading and shooting all wrapped up into one. It's really slow, but it's a nice way to spend time at the range. And these things are accurate and they're powerful. I was shooting that through my chrono. I could not believe that thing's got more power than a 45 ACP, basically. And they're just as accurate as, you know, any typical service pistol. I was shooting 4-inch groups at 25 yards with it without doing anything special. You know, I was just doing ball over powder. I wasn't even using wads or anything like that. Not even really measuring it carefully. I'm going to get into that some more. I really got into that a lot. The powder I'm using is Hodgson 777 because this stuff really does clean up nice. It's more expensive. This pound was $25. That's triple F equivalent. That's a replacement powder. It's hard to find real black powder now because you need a special license to sell it. And they don't sell that stuff anywhere near where I live as far as I know. But that was one of the benefits of being low on ammo, not being able to get ammo and reloading components is, like I said, my dry fire. I dry fire in the house using a Kydex training barrel because that makes me feel safe. Dry firing in the house, you know, anywhere but on the range is probably the most inherently unsafe thing you can do with a firearm. So I want to make myself as safe as possible. And doing this black powder thing, I mean, I feel like a new shooter again. It's actually very exciting. I'm going to go shoot that thing some more today. And I can't wait. I got to hurry up and get this video done and edit it and all that so I can run out there and have a good time with it. So I guess the point of this video is make the best of this unfortunate situation that we have. Conserve your centerfire ammo by dry firing. Centerfire firearms almost across the board, I think, I can't even think of any exceptions, can be dry fired. And you know, a lot of old timers taught us when we were young to never do that. You can go to gun shows and, you know, it'll say it's like $10 fine for dry firing and things like that. I don't dry fire other people's firearms just out of respect. I don't do it when I go into a store either, unless I'm for sure going to buy the piece. But for your own stuff, dry fire away. I mean, just look at your owner's manual or give the customer service number for your manufacturer a call if you're worried about it, and they will assure you that there is no problem with dry firing. 22 rimfire, I don't dry fire, even if the manual would say you could, because you know you're driving that firing pin right into the breech face, and that's not good. That's a completely different deal. Yeah, it is too bad that even 22 is hard to get, because that was always the fallback for when you couldn't get reloading stuff in centerfire or live ammo. So just hang in there. We'll get through this. You know, keep spending time with your firearm if you can. Dry fire it. Mix your dry fire with your live fire. Say take 10 dry fires and then crank one off. I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised how much it improves your accuracy. And other than that, you could use your ammo funds that you're not spending, and maybe you could pick up some hardened steel plates. These are stuck together. There. Get some of these AR 500. I get these from Arntzen because it's the best deal that I found on the internet. ARNTZEN.com. I've shown those in other videos. Get some of those and go to Walmart and get yourself some plant hangers. And you know, the 10-inch plates are probably the best. The 8-inch plates are too small. Those are hard to hit at a safe distance. I like to be usually at least 20 feet away from them. But yeah, I've shown those before. You hit a hardened steel plate, the bullet doesn't bounce back. You shoot soft steel, that's like shooting a mattress. You know, the bullet will bounce, it'll spring right back at you, and you don't want to catch one in the teeth. What else? Oh, shot timer. You can get yourself a. Everybody needs a shot timer for draw practicing, reloads. You know, you can set par times, and it's just so much fun. Whether you're shooting alone or with your friends, those shot timers are just absolutely awesome. They usually go on sale for about $120, and I like the Packed Club Timer 3. That's the model that I recommend. I've tried a handful of them through our club, and I still like that one best. And a chronograph, if you're into reloading, since you can't get dies right now, any popular caliber and dies or presses and stuff like that, you know, I'd like to get another 550 press, even though I really need a computer, just so I don't have to keep changing that the primer lever on that thing, you know, between large and small. It'd be nice to have another one right over there that I can just switch to. Wanted that for years, but I don't think I could ever find a 550 press right now anyway. But anyway, a chronograph is something that you can use to make whatever little ammo you have right now more fun. You know, it slows you down. It's like, okay, I'm going to take a 5-shot average here, and you can experiment with loads and, you know, whatever you can do to make the most of this difficult time that we're suffering through right now. Just stay interested in firearms. It is the coolest hobby. I don't know what you want to call it. Pastime. It is the coolest pastime that I've ever found. I've tried a lot of different things: flying, scuba diving, motorcycles, racing sailboats. I've done a lot of stuff, and I always come back to shooting. And right now, it's my main thing. That and making YouTube videos. And if you've got a camera or you have access to one, that's another really cool way that you can have fun shooting and maybe not shoot as much ammo, because when you're trying to make a YouTube video of your shooting, you actually are spending all your time with the camera. It doesn't really show when you watch my videos. It's absolutely amazing how little shooting you get to do when you're running around moving tripods and all that sort of thing, and then you got to come home and edit the thing together. But it really does make the shooting a lot more fun. I think I'm into shooting as much as I am right now, not only because of the club competition, but because I get to spend time with you guys here on video on YouTube, and that's worked out really well for me. I highly recommend it. It's nice to share your experience with other people this way. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll try to get something cooking in terms of a more interesting video. I want to do a Glock disassembly video. That's probably going to be my next project, and I want to redo the one that I did before, because that was in 2 parts, and I want to kind of clean that up. And I was up north, and there's so much snow up there I can't even drive my truck in the woods. There's still over, almost 2 feet of snow. The place that I normally take my little day trips, that's a snowmobile trail right now. So I can't even get back in there. So as soon as that clears up, I was thinking about packing a tent and maybe doing an overnighter up there and bringing you guys along. Hopefully I can do that. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Catch you later.